What a Catch, Part 13, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. If you have not heard the previous 12 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. A special thanks goes out to Yun Yin for allowing the use of her art in this video. You can find a link to her Tumblr blog in the description box below. Adrien sighed as he looked at the coffee mug in his hand. The date with Anasi had been a bust. She was a spunky girl, but she just didn't have Ladybug's spark. "I've wasted half the day," he muttered to himself, raising the cup to his lips only to be disappointed by the now cold coffee. Paris seemed to match his mood, overcast with clouds and teasing its residents with sparse amounts of rain every few hours. He stood up and made his way to the curbside to catch a taxi. He was too frustrated to walk home, and he could certainly afford one, so he may as well indulge himself. To his surprise, he was bumped into by a young woman. "I'm so sorry, sir," she exclaimed, shifting the umbrella to look up at him. "Marinette!" he exclaimed, surprised to see his former classmate peeking out from beneath the material. "It's no problem. I like your dress." "Oh, this?" She looked down and tugged on the chi-paw. "It's something my mother wore when she was my age. I'm just airing it out." "You look lovely." "Why, thank you. It means a lot coming from a model." "Former model, actually. But I mean it. You look nice. Reminds me of a good friend of mine." "So, what are you doing here?" "I just got off a date." "A date?" she exclaimed, quickly covering her mouth after doing so. "Sorry, that's not what I—" "No worries," Adrien laughed, placing his hand on the top of her head to reassure her. "It was a bust anyway." "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did something happen?" "Let's just say she's not the person I'm looking for." Her shoulders dropped, tension moving out of them, and smiled. "That's too bad." "And where are you off to?" "I just got done with work and thought I'd window shop a bit." "On a rainy day like this?" "Fashion always helps me clear my mind." "Ah, yes. Good old retail therapy, huh?" "I suppose. Would you care to join me?" He ran his fingers through his hair and thought. "Yeah, sure. I don't have another date for 2 hours." "You're really putting yourself out there, aren't you?" He sighed, unsure how to answer her. "I don't want to miss out in life, you know?" She smiled and twirled her umbrella. "I can respect that," she said. "But Adrien?" "Yes?" "Open hands are hard to hold on to." He blinked in surprise at her answer. Something in his soul stirred at her words, causing a sense of dysphoria to ripple through him. Where had he heard that before? "What do you mean?" "Partnership isn't a one-way street. If you keep reaching and reaching for someone who isn't reaching back, then they either aren't the right person or the timing is off." "I'm confused." "I'm saying that, although it's admirable for you to try so much, don't go grabbing onto the girls who won't hold you back. I would bet you there's already a girl in your life just waiting for you to find her." "But," he said, frustrated, "what if I'm looking and she won't take it upon herself to step in front of me?" "Adrien?" "Yeah?" "Just because you're ready doesn't mean she is. Perhaps she needs more time?" "But I'm running out of time." "Love has no expiration date." "I know, but—" He trailed off, aware that he shouldn't tell her about his predicament. "What if you knew you only had 2 days, at best, to find your soulmate?" Soulmate? Do you believe in them? I think that we have multiple. So someone might be perfect for you right now, but if you don't take a chance with them, it's okay. Because there are others out there just as perfect for you, if not more. You might meet someone at 16 who would be perfect for you when you're 20. And you might meet someone at 30 who would have been your soulmate if you were still 26. Huh. That's interesting. I don't like the one soulmate exclusively idea because it restricts our choices. Like who you can date? No, if you should date and if you should break up. So you and I are both what, 26, 27? Yeah. Well then let's pretend we're soulmates. Say we're dating and you get a business offer in Tokyo. Would we go long distance? Should we break up? I might say that's too much for me and walk away. That's okay for me to do that because there are other potential partners out there. Huh. It's why I don't care for the word soulmate. It's too binding. I might call my future husband that, but reluctantly so. That's interesting. I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. That's interesting, he thought, because you were probably my soulmate when we were teenagers, but I was too caught up in Ladybug to notice. They crossed the street together to kill a few hours window shopping. Marinette was also interested in the doll furniture like he was, for some reason, and happily picked out more for the mansion he had bought. He hadn't noticed it yet, but the old feelings from his teenage years were stirring inside him. The feelings he had towards Marinette as Cat Noir. Thank you so much for listening. This was a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. Part 14 will be coming out shortly. In the meantime, you can catch the videos below. I'll see you next time.